Oh, we're here. What's up? It's Michael. Yo, welcome to the Yo Show. Just want to remind you, this weekend I will be in D.C. Show is sold out. And then the day after that, October 20th and 21st, I will be in Philly, Motown, Philly. I am coming. Punchline. I want to see you there. Please welcome to the show, Ashley, the super producer, and of course, engineer extraordinaire, my man Dean. Look at him.
Thank you.
He's always, like JB said, he's always making love to the mic. Thank you. Thank you.
It's good to be here, man. Thank you.
I appreciate it. I just want to say I got a new album out. It's called, this is how we do it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love it.
I love his impression of me. This is the first time I've ever heard Michael impression me. Oh my God.
Let's jump into the stories, man. I know we got this Will Smith story. I want to hear all about this. What's up, Ashley?
Okay, so Jada Pinkett Smith just revealed that her and Will Smith have been leading completely separate lives since 2016. So that's for the past 7 years. They have been separated.
Yeah. Look, anytime your son's friend smashes your mom,
yeah,
I think that shows signs of trouble, right? Because isn't that what happened? Like one of Will Smith's son's friends allegedly, or I don't know if it's confirmed, hooked up with Jada, right?
Yeah.
Now I understand the slap even more.
Really?
I do, because a lot of people are taking the angle of, well, he shouldn't have cared. They were separated for 7 years, right?
Okay.
But they've kept it secret for 7. Can you imagine? Just for maybe they did it just for Hollywood. Maybe they did it just for the family. I don't know why they did it, and I'm not going to assume why they did it. But holding on to something for 7 years and then having a person, a comedian, it's not justified. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But having a person talk about the woman you probably still love, but haven't like been together in 7 years, but everybody else, you're basically living a lie, and he couldn't take it anymore.
Really?
And so he took it out on another person. I mean, right? Huh. I mean, I don't know. Because some people are like, well, why was he so emotional if they were separated for 7 years? Because sometimes people break up and another person is way more invested in it than the other person.
Okay. So there's this thing that Gwyneth Paltrow introduced to us, conscious uncoupling. No?
I mean, she's so far out of reality. Have you seen her Goop website?
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
you're right.
When she talks, I don't listen. She's one of those people that talks, and I'm just like, I'm not listening to you. And when she says something, it's affordable, but it's like $5,000. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't listen to you. I can't take anything you say seriously.
You're right. And I think that's probably why Jada and Will decided to not bring this up, if that's what they were trying to do. Because conscious uncoupling is a thing. And so I could kind of see Will being
what is
upset.
it? It's just you're not together, but you say you're together?
So no, it's not even that. It's you're not together and you choose still to be a family and to act as if you're together. You'll still spend holidays together maybe. You'll attend each other's weddings. You'll support each other's dating lives, but you're not together. It's kind of like if you have kids together, I think this is when it usually happens. Because you don't want to split up and just make things rocky.
Yeah.
And I just think that they didn't want to tell the world because they've always been into some stuff that I think is kind of, ahead of the game.
Yeah, so why can't they just be platonic? They're still together, but platonic. Why does it have to be conscious? Can't they just say we're platonic?
Well, clearly somebody's still got feelings. It can't be that platonic if
that's true. Like I think when you're of that stature and you live that lie, you're gonna blow up. You can't hold something for 7 years, man. You can't.
7
now,
years.
like I said, I'm not justified, but I understand. Especially if he had past history with Chris Rock, because Chris Rock might have known. I'm putting words in his mouth and I'm making this up on the spot. But what if Chris Rock knew, right? Because I don't know many people in Hollywood, even though I've lived here, I keep a tight circle. But you hear stories about all types of celebrities that are probably true. So if I know it as a reporter, just think close friends know. They know it. So you're saying nobody in Hollywood that associated with them knew they weren't together for 7 years? Of course people did. And what if you knew, and if you made fun of Jada and you have a past of making fun of Jada and Will Smith knows
then yeah, okay.
It's kind of like poking the bear. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's not like, I don't want people to take this right. It's not justified at all. But I guarantee you a lot of people knew they weren't together.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you that his son's friend that hit it knew they weren't together.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is that when divorce rumors were circulating about Will and Jada back in, I believe, 2013, Chris Rock had asked Jada out. And so he had to have known, right? Because you don't just go up on somebody else's woman like that.
You remember the Me Too movement, that whole Me Too movement?
Of course.
Oh, that old thing? I've heard of it.
Everybody knew about Harvey. Everybody knew about a lot of people that got exposed. For years, there were jokes at Oscars about these people, like inside jokes on stage, because everybody knew,
Okay.
It just takes time to be exposed, but people act out of character sometimes. I can't blame Will Smith. I can't say he's a terrible person for one thing, like out of character. You know what I mean? If that was the case, we all would be canceled, because if Will Smith did that exact same thing in the street to Chris Rock and nobody saw, or even if people saw, it wouldn't have been a big deal. But it was the Oscars, and everybody feels like they're so like, oh, we're the Oscars. This can't happen here. It's like, no.
So let me ask you this on the Will and Jada thing. Basically, Jada said that they decided to not divorce because they wanted to honor their wedding vows. What do you think about that? Because to me, I'm like, those are just papers, right? If you're divorced.
I've had so many thoughts on this.
Well, Dean, you never talk. Go ahead. Give me your thoughts.
Well, okay. So, I mean, there are a couple of things I wanted to mention. Like, I just recently read this article about Jada and Tupac and, like, how Jada was like, because they just recently found or somebody related to the murder. And then the article was all about Jada's angle on it. And she was talking about how, I wish, I could have told him that I loved him. And then they took Will, and they said, well, Will was super jealous at that and had carried this whole way. And then I thought to myself, well, one of the things I'm unsure about, and I don't know if you guys know, is, do they have a prenup or do they not?
Oh,
and if
they don't, I believe they don't, because Will, that was one, I believe I read this, and this may be totally wrong, but I believe I'm right and say Will Smith wanted to marry Jada, but Jada wouldn't marry him with a prenup. He tried. But she said no.
Wow.
So I believe there is no prenup.
What if they don't split? Because Will's side is he doesn't want to sacrifice whatever he might.
But that doesn't matter. If Jada really wanted a divorce, she would serve him papers.
You think?
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I don't get the whole, I want to honor our vows, because our vows also said you wouldn't hook up with other people.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like an excuse to me. I don't know.
But did they? What did their vows say? They've always been a little
their
freaky,
vows.
right?
I don't know what their vows say. That's
Could
true.
be different.
Because my vows were like, I will watch pageants with you when necessary. And my wife said, I will let you watch football games when necessary. So that was in our vows, because it had to be. Because I had to let everybody know every Saturday I'm going to watch the Miami Hurricanes. It's all about the U, baby. It's all about, even though we lost last week because of a boneheaded play. But Mario, I know you're going to get it together for UNC. Of course, we taped this before UNC, so hopefully I am celebrating today. Okay, Mario Cristobal. All right, there, you. Let's go, you. Okay, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. But you never know what their vows said. They've always been a little on the, like, quote unquote freakier side. Like, those rumors. What do you think about the rumors?
Well, what are the rumors?
Okay, the rumors have been for a while now that Will Smith is bisexual and has been sleeping with men. And so if they had an open relationship, which they did reveal, was he sleeping with men as well? Was that part of their
I don't want to
vows?
put that, because I don't know. I have no. And for me to guess, I think that's wrong for me to guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, here's my thing. My friend has a joke that said,
Oh boy.
when you get so rich, you can have sex with anything you want. Because you get to a point like Will Smith. Do you imagine how much, he got if he wanted to when he was getting jiggy with it, Will Smith?
Sure.
Oh,
Parents just don't understand Will Smith. My friend was like he had a joke about Tiger Woods. He goes, when you're that famous, after he hooked up with these 18 women, he goes, I hook up with women. He needs to be hooking up with like animals and things like that. Because anybody can hook up with women. Like he say he's so rich. He was saying he's such a different level, Tiger Woods at that time, because he was like, he goes, why are you hooking up with the same things I hook up with?
Wow.
He said he should be hooking up with exotic animals. Like there's only 3 of them. But it's a joke. It's on stage.
The tiger with the tiger.
But the whole thing is, man, I don't know if he is or not. And if he is, great. I have no problem with that either. But I also believe a lot of times, and I'm not going to speak for the gay community, but I believe also a lot of people hide it still. That people, like, you could inspire a lot of people as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that too. I just know also it's especially in the Black community, it's still very stigmatized for men.
What about Jaden?
And so
Smith? Isn't Jaden Smith some sort of LGBTQ community?
I mean, they both support it.
Yeah.
But but here's the thing. Also, it's none of our business.
Exactly.
If Will Smith's hooking up with dudes, he's hooking up with dudes.
That's true.
Would I put it past him? No.
Right.
If he's not doing it, okay.
But they're in an open relationship.
But if they're in an open relationship, that could mean anything. That could mean like he's hooking up with other women.
Right.
They're doing threesomes. They're both hooking up with people. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it now makes sense though, for if they've been not together for 7 years and they said they're in an open relationship,
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like I always hear, we read a lot. I always hear about these open relationship couples. I've never heard one that lasted. Because I don't care who you are. I couldn't, I don't even put my wife in this, but I could never watch somebody that I love have sex with another person. I don't care if it's male or female.
Same with me. There's no compromise there, yeah.
I just think that, I have a lot of friends who are in open relationships. One couple is married, and it works for them.
Right now. It works right now.
Right now, but they have been together a while.
What's a while?
And so it's been 8 years going on 9 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
well, I mean, here's the thing. If this is the new thing moving forward, because look, the only thing that stayed consistent is marriage. And it's very outdated. A lot of people will say it's a very outdated thing, right?
It's very medieval.
It's very medieval. Even diamonds. That was force fed us. I wish we had the history of diamonds. We'll talk about that. Write that down, actually, because it's funny how corporations made us believe diamonds were the thing to give another person. Because they needed to sell diamonds. Anyway, I couldn't tell my wife that. But
right, of course. I just want to say one more thing on the concept of open relationships when it comes to the queer community is that the queer community kind of see, me being a part of it, this is why I can speak on it, we see our weddings as they're very non-traditional anyways, right? And so everything within our lives tends to be a little more non-traditional. So why not have an open relationship? Why not, kind of push the boundaries in different ways, because we're already in a non-traditional relationship.
Well, let me ask you this. Why even be in a relationship if it's open?
Well, because you can have different people filling different cups within your relationship.
But you always have
but but you didn't answer my question. If you have different people filling up different cups, why be in a relationship with one person? Why don't you just be single and date all these people? Is it because, and this is a question, you need someone there when you need someone there? Does that make sense?
Like a home base, right? You need a home base.
They call it a primary partner, yes. It's your home base. That's who you have dinner with. That's who you come home to. But
how can you say you love them? And maybe love doesn't matter in these relationships.
Yeah.
When you're like off running around with different people.
But you can love them. Love does not have to mean just one person, I think you can love many people at once. Yeah.
No, I get that. But look, I'm very traditional though. You know what I mean? I'm very
polyamorous. Is that what it's called?
I just couldn't Like my wife watching Usher last night in concert. I was like, yo, you need to slow
Yeah,
down.
calm down.
You just watching him. Like, yo, slow down, woman.
That's me with Matt Rife. Like, whew.
Yeah.
Just gotta be careful with him.
It's like, I don't even like my woman watching another dude on stage. You know what I mean?
But why isn't that something that you could work on within yourself?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
No, I don't need to work on it with myself.
I think I could.
But because I don't like it. Why would I want to? I mean, I'm just playing around. I didn't care.
I know.
But Usher threw money at my wife.
What?
Because he had stacks of hundreds, but they were like fake money, of course. And he was throwing them around in the crowd, and he saw my wife, and he threw a stack of hundreds, and my wife was like, because my wife was looking good that night last night. Woo! She's fire.
See, doesn't it make you feel more proud that that is your woman?
No,
right?
I don't need Usher to tell me that. I already believe that. My friend said this. I remember in college, he had a beautiful, he was older than us. We were in college playing football. He was like 27, 28. And his wife was like beautiful, right? And I go, how you watch? Because you could see dudes just stare at her the whole time at the bar, right? How do you deal with that? Because I was young. He goes, I'd rather have a wife that everybody looks at and they know she's mine. She knows she's mine rather than nobody look at her, But I go,
I mean,
in my head, that's just visual. But hey, it starts with visual. I don't care what anybody says. And I don't know about the gay community. But to me, it starts with visual because you'll never approach somebody like on your own, just a normal dating world, without visual. Like if they don't look a certain way, and they don't have to be beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
But they could look at you a certain way or
look at
talk
you
to you.
But what I'm saying, there has to be a visual, physical
Yes,
attraction
a spark or
to something
Yes.
about them.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
unless you're in a group of friends and then you become friends and then you learn their personality. But I'm talking about more of it's not set up. It's not in a group
There has
set.
to be an initial physical attraction.
Yeah. And people take that as beauty.
Right.
No.
No.
You know what? You may like women or guys with a certain eye color. That doesn't mean they're beautiful. They can have that certain eye color and be horrendous looking, but you don't care. You love that eye color.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I know some guys, I have a friend, his name is Jay. To me, he likes the ugliest women, right? The ugliest. And I'm not afraid to say that. But to him, they're beautiful.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Exactly.
Yes.
But and this is why I say to me they're ugly. Because and ugly is a harsh word, but they're ugly.
Jeez.
To me.
You're right. No, I see what you're saying.
And look.
Makes
When
sense.
I say this, I take all the ownership.
Sure.
I may be ugly to people. I have no problem. Like I got an Asian mom. We say it like it is. To me, they're not attractive at all. Leaning ugly, right?
Fair. Leaning ugly. You have to have the word ugly there.
I can't drop the ugly, man. I'm trying to drop the ugly. It just keeps coming back.
Okay.
It's like, that's my mom in me. My mom is like, I'm like, they're unattractive. And my mom, oh, they're ugly too. Okay, they're ugly too, mom. They're ugly too. But, and this reason why I say unattractive / ugly, leaning ugly, is because if you were to get 1,000 people, 998 people would say that person's not attractive / ugly, right? And I know this may sound mean, but it's by eye of the beholder. So I'm just saying broad.
Right.
He thinks they are so beautiful, and he always comes up to me and goes, yo, man, you gotta check this one out. I've never told him they were ugly, to me, because I don't want to put him down. I go, oh, yeah. He goes, yo, check her out. I'm like, yeah, man.
Hey, supportive, bro. Bro.
I support, bro.
That's how we need. We gotta.
I
come
would
through for
never
each other,
tell
man.
him they're ugly. No, I go, hey, man, she's there.
You just never say anything at all.
I go, man. He's like, check her out. I was like, yeah, man, she's there. That's it. I go, that's it. That's what
She exists.
I go, that's it right there. That's it. Yep, that's it.
God.
That's it. That's it. That's the picture you're currently showing me.
That picture. That's it, bro. That's it. But it's surprising because he's the first guy I've ever met in my life like that. That literally, and he's not selling them on personality or we get along great. He's telling me
physical, right?
they're off the charts hot.
What does he look like?
He's good looking, man. He's a good.
Okay.
He's super wealthy, but the
there it
problem is to me when he does, he's selling to me how gorgeous they are. If he goes, man, look, this girl got a great personality. I could see her being X, Y, and Z. Man, I love hanging out. Yes, but I can't lie and say she's
Right.
like he's selling how. Like you would think by the way he talks about him on the phone, and then I met several of them, right? You would have thought they just walked off a runway somewhere. Like literally like a Paris runway.
Yeah.
Like overhyped, way overhyped. And look, it was me call them ugly, but I didn't think they were attractive.
I wonder if he kind of agrees and
No, he
is just trying
doesn't.
to.
He thinks they're beautiful. That's what's so, you remember that one movie that came out where this person just saw,
Oh my God! I was about to
What
just
was
say
it called?
something about that. I don't know what it was called,
Look
but
it
I
up.
just
Look.
watched part of it.
Who was
yeah.
in it? Adam Sandler or somebody like that?
No, it was definitely a comedian though. I just saw.
But you know
part
what
of
movie
it.
I'm talking about, right?
Oh, I know exactly.
He
what movie you're
lives
talking
that.
about.
The way he sells them.
Yeah, I see. I see.
You know, that's like me
just a
saying,
little, like,
that's like me
awkward.
saying, man, I got this new Ferrari outside, brand new. That whip is dope. I go outside and it's a Honda Civic.
You should know my car, man.
Don't mislabel what you got.
It's true.
That's all I'm saying.
You're
I think
right,
that's
you're
my
right.
point. Don't mislabel.
The movie, by the way, is Shallow Hal.
Shallow.
With-
And I'm
with
sounding
Jack
very
Black.
shallow right now. Speaking about shallow.
Good for him. Good for the women that they can have a good-looking guy, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Everyone
You know,
deserves-
and let's be honest,
yeah.
you ever seen those couples where you're like,
Every night at work. Every
Ev-
night.
dude,
Every night
Dean-
at the Comedy Cellar.
Dean works, but those are hookers.
I work
different.
more shows than
That's
that.
different.
Yeah, I work
those are
Chippendales, Penn
those are
and Teller.
prostitutes, though.
Yeah.
Those are prostitutes.
No. I
And
see
when I
thousands
say
of people.
prostitutes, I really mean prostitutes.
Like real-
we live in
no, they're
Vegas.
hookers.
Oh, I
Yeah,
believe you.
for sure.
I guess I don't have that view.
There's
That's crazy.
75-year-old men with these like 20-year-old girls that come in.
When it's obvious, it's obvious.
It's so
we
obvious.
just talk to each other. We're
Okay.
like, yeah, she's working. You just know.
It's so obvious.
Oh,
It's very weird too because I want to address it, but I'm like, nah, I'm gonna leave this dude alone.
They don't look at them. They don't even like. You don't pay them no attention. It's just straight arm candy and that's it.
It's so weird to see up close and personal because I see it every night.
Every night, man.
Dean works at the Comedy Cellar, Chippendale, all over the Rio Hotel,
Yeah.
right? So you'll see
Wow.
like a 75-year-old dude just decrepit, right? Just like
Oh yeah, yep. Like this is his social security.
and
money.
yeah, and a woman that just looked like she came off stage somewhere. You know what I mean?
Pulling
Ashley
this
is
off.
like, I can't believe we're talking about prostitutes, but
Yeah.
this
I'm
is,
just thinking of White Lotus.
but yes. This is what we see every night, man,
Yes.
and it's very odd. We got to take a break, man. We talked about
Yeah,
this for what?
yeah.
yeah, we did.
We got to one topic.
Like 30
Will
minutes
Smith,
in.
see what you did, Will Smith? We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Commercial break now. Hey, what's up, Ashley? Who's the show brought to you by? Huh?
Michael's Yosh. Nope.
See, she messed up my tour, Dean. She messed up. You are the worst. You are the worst commercial person ever, Ashley.
Should Dean take over?
No, I want you to do
Okay.
it.
The Yo Show is brought
Yes.
to you by Michael Yo on his Do I Lie tour.
Booyah! All right, this week, DC. It's a legendary club. Dave Chappelle, everybody has performed there. I could have a surprise guest, not Dave Chappelle. Just want to throw that out there. But it's already sold out anyway. You know what's interesting? And this is a little tidbit. When you sell out a show, these bigger comedians will want to come to your show and work out stuff because they know you're not making money off them because the show's already sold out.
Yeah.
Now, if the
No,
show's
that's
not
awesome,
sold
dude.
out, they won't show up because they're helping you make money. And they're not selfish like that. They just, it's kind of like you got to survive on your own. But when a show's sold out, I got hit up by 3 pretty significant comics like, yo, can we stop by? So I think a couple, but
Oh.
I mean, 90% chance one will show, not all 3.
But still,
that's cool.
Look at
That's
you.
cool.
Yeah.
DC Improv, the first episode of my Do I Lie documentary that takes you on tour with me, the ups and downs of touring. And it's so awesome. And I'm
Yes.
funded this myself as well. I'll put this out myself. I want the world to see it. So that is
This
the
is so
commercial
cool.
stop set. But Ashley, what do you got going on?
This Saturday, I will be playing kickball in Hell's Kitchen, New York City. Come on through.
Can you try not to get bruises this time? I love the pictures Ashley put in the last one. She was trying to. Who catches a ball up? She like that.
I was so terrified. The ball is so
It is.
big. It's huge.
I've never met you. Well, I have met you in person. How tall are you?
I'm 5'2".
Oh, yeah, that ball is bigger than you. Because the ball is like 5'3" they play with. I swear to God,
Right.
the ball is so
Truly.
big.
It's so big. But look, I'm a great kicker.
Oh,
I'm a
really?
Great kicker. Yes. That's all I have to say. But we're going to be playing in the rain this weekend. So
What's
come
your
through.
record right now? What's your record?
Oh, we are 0-3. No, technically we tied the first week. We tied the first
Okay,
week.
0-3-1.
Yeah, I was gonna say 0-3-1.
Yes,
0-3-1.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. I Talk Sexy into the mic. Dean, what you got?
Right now. Stay
Oh,
tuned
right now,
for
I
a
got, you
music
know.
Video,
Yeah.
Rendezvous.
What,
It's the
what?
next music video that's gonna come out. It's the 5th track off my album, Obsession Is Not Love. So check the YouTube for that.
Obsession is not love. You know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, we keep it sexy over here. You know? Yeah. What's up, girl? What's up?
What's up, girl?
What's up? All right,
Yes.
back to the show. All right, we got to do, that was a whole episode. Let's do one more topic.
Let's go with.
I know you're going to say.
We got to go with what?
No, say
No,
it.
I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, you're not going to say
Let's-
Taylor Swift. Good.
No, I'm
Taylor
not.
Swift
We're,
this show.
we're not going that way. We're gonna go the Halloween way. Because
Yes.
have you seen this giant jack-o'-lantern dude? Except he says,
And I'm ready to.
his name is Lewis.
Yes. So this thing's going viral. Have you heard about this?
Yes.
How tall is it? 8 feet?
Yes, he's 8 feet tall.
So
Yep.
I saw this guy in Target. I mean, is it Target?
Yeah, I think it's in Target
So-
and Home Depot maybe.
No, the other one's in Home Depot. I think, yeah.
Oh, right.
The pumpkin is
He's at
in
Target.
Target, but it's sold out everywhere. I saw this guy in Target about 2 months ago when they first started putting them out. I wish I would have got one, but it scared my kid. I remember my kid was there. Because it's so viral, you can't get them anymore.
No.
I didn't know it was going to be a thing. You know, and it's very cool because I love Halloween. My son is his favorite holiday. I love Halloween. But my wife won't let me do up the house or anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it because of aesthetics?
No,
or-
because I wanted to get a professional company and it would have cost like $3,000.
Oh,
I
gee,
would've
that
done
would
that.
be
That's
bad.
So my wife was like, no, you're
That's
not.
bucket list.
Because my thing is, no, I'm not just going to sit out there and hand candy. Like the coolest, because I used to live in Studio City, right?
Sure.
Now in California, Studio City is where a lot of studios are. So a lot of people with kids, they work in the prop shops and all this stuff, right? So they're like create these TV shows. Man, you walk around the neighborhood. We went to a house and the guy was like the puppeteer for the Muppets. So you would knock on the door and the Muppets would answer the door and give you like the real Muppets.
That's so cool.
That's unreal.
And they would hand out candy. I was like, baby, I got to do that. I got to do that. And it was too much, but it's so cool that like if you, that's one thing I want to put on my list is I want to do an over the top Halloween experience. And it's not going to happen this year. My wife won't let me do it, but I want to do that. So like you're the house. I want to be the house. Everybody
I've
has
always
a
wanted
go
to
to.
be the house.
You know?
Do you guys get trick or treaters? You guys,
We
have
do,
trick-or-treaters?
but our neighborhood's kind of dead.
I've noticed that it's been declining like nationwide. The amount of trick or treaters every year seems to just.
Oh, wow.
because
down
the
and
kids
down.
are different.
I guess you're right.
Because our parents, here's the difference is our parents would buy us candy, but trick-or-treating back then, remember, most people played outside.
Right.
You got to do it with your friends. Now it's opposite. Kids don't play outside. They're on video games all day. So the last thing they want to do is actually walk
Yeah.
Right.
and get
They-
candy.
But like it seems like nowadays people are opting to go to more structured or organized events because they're safer rather than go to
100%.
door. But growing up, even me, being the youngest one here, I still grew up going door to door in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Dude, and let me
Which is
tell you.
not safe.
And I'm glad you brought that up because let me say something. This is totally off Halloween. I'm to the point now where I don't go to people's doors anymore. I had to pick up a drive. I'm doing the documentary and I had to pick up a drive from the editor. So this first time, and he gave me his home address. We've seen where people of color get shot, even white people too. I don't want to we've seen people walk up the doors, the wrong door, and they think I'm 6'3", I'm black and Asian. I'm the dude that shows up to your door if I'm not supposed to be there, you're like, what the hell is he doing here? So I don't even put myself in that danger. I stay in my car. I'll call the guy and say, come out and give me the drive.
Right.
Yeah.
And at first he was probably like, thought it was weird. I go, nah, man, people getting shot just walking out. I will never, ever be an excuse for somebody to take out racism on in that way.
Right.
You know, because that's very preventable. It's wrong, but I've come to the point where I don't even go to people's doors anymore. I will stay in my car. I will text them, walk to my car and give me whatever they got. You know? Because you don't know.
It's scary.
It's scary nowadays. Everybody got guns, and certain people, let's be honest, certain people are racist, or some people aren't mentally well.
Right.
You walk to their door, oh, I thought he was a robber.
You know, I don't even go to movie theaters anymore.
It's scary.
I get really scared because I'm like, we've had incidences in movie theaters, which it wasn't even anything that had to do with race.
No.
It was very mental illness based. And that scares me if you're going for a huge show.
Well, that's what I love. Like, the Rio, why I love the Comedy Cellar is they wand everybody that comes in.
Yeah, that's like my primary
amazing.
job is.
And they find, and y'all find all kinds
I
of
was
stuff.
like, I'm the lead of the security team and the whole showroom team of all the shows at the Rio. And the Comedy Cellar, we stop knives and weapons every day. Now,
Every day.
Now, most of the firearms, to be fair, are off-duty police officers.
100%.
However, you know, we do stop people, and they get mad at us. They get mad, and we're like, well, you bringing the knife is your inconvenience.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing a knife to a comedy show?
Yeah.
You know?
Can you imagine? And that's what's so, like, you say a joke. Like, look, people are so, I don't talk about politics, but politics now just separate people. What if a comic's doing crowd work on a guy that likes Trump or Biden, whatever, whoever,
sure.
and then starts just digging in on, that guy has a knife. He just like, man, screw you. Just
gets
throws it.
pissed.
I mean, people are we've seen it. People are throwing things at celebrities on
They
stage
throw.
now.
We have to hold those metal, those aluminum hydro flask water bottles.
Yeah.
They can't come in anymore
No.
because the object is deemed too heavy, so it's a hazard to our comics.
Yeah.
And that's exactly,
And that's why I usually only perform at the Comedy Cellar, because they want people. They make sure none of that crap goes in there, because people in Vegas get very drunk.
Oh yeah, well, we're working with some of the loosest crowds
Yeah.
in the nation.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
I can imagine.
But that's the whole thing, is we've come to a place where kids can't even that's another, like, here's the thing, and I was telling my wife this the other day. Dangerous people have always been out there. You just didn't know because it didn't make national news.
Exactly.
Because the news would only come on 3 times a day.
Sure.
Morning, noon, and night, right? And sometimes when I was young, just 7 o'clock at night. So if it wasn't a national story, you didn't know it. Now you know about everything from, so it makes you overprotect. I will say it does make you overprotective, but there's nothing wrong with being overprotective.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather
for
be
sure.
overprotected than underprotected,
be safe.
right?
Yeah.
So now you're aware of every loony that's running around town. I'm that, what generation? Am I X?
X.
And Ashley, you're what?
I'm Y.
And you're what?
Z.
So we got XYZ on this show. We represent 3 levels of society, right? Different times. When I was growing up, it was so acceptable to go out, grab candy. The only thing they warned you about is people back in the day, crazy people would put needles in
Oh
candles.
yeah, they said always don't, nothing that's open, right?
Nothing
No
that's open,
wrappers.
right? So
Right.
our parents would check our candy. And my parents, they wouldn't even let you, they would throw the candy away and just buy you the candy. They just did it for fun. You go out and get the candy for fun,
Right.
But it's changed now, like Dean's older than you, right, Ashley?
Yes.
Oh,
Or
no, Dean's young.
Dean's
So
younger.
how was your Halloween growing up?
Okay, so my Halloween growing up was we would go trick-or-treating, but my mom wouldn't let us go as kids by ourselves. And she would check over every piece of candy once we got home.
See, our parents let us go everywhere. I mean, literally, when we left the house, we left the house. Like, we would walk to school. Now that I think about it, we would walk to school at like 7 a.m., and our parents wouldn't see us till like 6 o'clock at night.
Wow.
That was normal, though. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So
they kept tabs on us a little bit more, yeah.
my parents, we trick-or-treated by ourselves. Our parents didn't go. Ashley's parents, see how you seen it evolve? Ashley's parents walked her and made sure they checked the candy. What about you?
I was walked as well. That was always part of like the fun, was going with your family.
Yeah.
And then when I got home, it was just kind of like, yeah, like a brief glance. I think as I got older, they trusted me a little bit more and more.
Yeah.
But it was always just spread out all your candy on the floor. Let me
Yeah.
look through. Nothing if it's not a popular branded candy.
Yeah.
They didn't want me to have it.
There you go.
Oh,
But
wow.
then now I think when my son grows up, he goes, "Oh, we didn't really trick or treat. We went to these trunks."
Yeah.
So it's the evolution of people learning more and knowing about more wackos out there.
I feel like I'm the last of what used to be a good wave where we could trust people, and I feel like that's kind of sad.
Well, look. Let's be honest.
I don't know.
No, you're right.
Sad.
But the news wants to create that
right.
everybody's evil.
It's true.
And then once you filter through that, look, I would still say 90% of people are good people, 95. And out of 365 million people in the United States, that's a pretty good batting average, right? But there are, that still leaves probably 10 million that are horrible.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
Yep, that's a good amount.
And that's something I studied in college, actually. And that very thing that you're talking about is called cultivation theory. And basically it's where we think that plane crashes happen way more often because they make the news.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas car crashes are way more prevalent.
And let's be honest, the news is based on fear, not news anymore.
Fear sells.
Exactly.
Fear
People
sells, man.
engage in
People love fear. We hate it and love it at the same
Oh,
time.
yeah.
We love to be scared. And the news knows that because you'll keep checking in. Is
The
it
ratings
past?
show.
Is it past? Is it gone? Is it gone? What's happening? What's happening? Did we get them? Did we get them? I'm so over it. All right, we're going to wrap this up. We didn't get to many topics today, but I think this was very interesting, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
You know
I
what
agree.
I mean? I feel, let me tell you, I feel good about this one. I feel good about the direct. I feel great. This is what the best thing I feel. We can talk about anything and it's fun.
Yeah.
And you listeners
Absolutely.
like it, smash it, do whatever you want to do with it, in your private own time.
Oh, God. Don't tell us about it.
Please don't tell us about it.
for yourself.
Please don't tell us about it, man. Please don't. But one more time, I'm in Philly Friday and Saturday. I would love to see you at one of those shows. Do I Lie tours. Moving on. Ashley, what are you promoting?
I'm promoting my kickball tour of Hell's Kitchen.
Nice.
I'll be playing this Saturday.
Nice. And Dean?
Ooh, this time, go check out the YouTube because Dean London Swift on the YouTube is going to be dropping a new music video. So,
What?
yes.
Can we play some of it? Well, no, we'll get fined.
Well, the thing is, all those copyrights, I own all of the music, start to finish, so they'll just pay me.
They'll just okay.
It'll just pay me,
Nice.
and then
But-
I can sponsor the show.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So
Full
let's
circle.
play next podcast when your new video. I want to play some of the video on the show.
Oh, absolutely. I can send clips right now. Even.
Oh, I
We're
think that'd be
ready to
super
go.
dope.
Oh yeah,
I think that'd be super
Let's
dope.
do it.
All right, man. We building this thing. Smash it, like it, subscribe it, lick it, whatever you want to do.
Bop it.
Do it. Thank you so much for hanging out. Later.